What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here. Hope you're having a good day and welcome back to another edition of the world's first. Of course, if you're still enjoying the series, please go and hit that like button. Now today we got ourselves a tough test as two of the teams we're facing off against today are in the top 6 in Oxford United and Crawley Town. But of course, before we get to that, we must go over how we've been faring in the league thus far and some last bit of transfer news due to injuries and loans out. Let's get to those first. I loaned out 2 players and both of them primarily play on the back line, and I know that's an area that I said I needed depth and I needed to get better at, so why am I getting rid of 2 players? Well, in the case of Jack Sr. here, it's because I picked up somebody better in the transfer market, and I'll show him to you in just a second. But Jack Sr. really has not done good enough for this club, and I'm going to try and offload him. And in the case of Jason Collins, I know I just picked him up, but as a center back, he is playing behind Liam Angel, Kyle Rowley, Noah Baba, Tom Beedling, a plethora of center backs that he just does not have the ability to rotate in and get the development he needs. So loaning him out, you get first team football elsewhere, is more beneficial for him. And now to get into the deal that I made on deadline day. He is a left back and his name is Zeki Friars. The 33-year-old has jumped around on a few teams over the last few years, but he still has the ability and the physicality to play in the left back role, and he is much better than Jack Sr. in almost every aspect of his game. Obviously, I picked up Lawrence Maguire as a left back this offseason as well, but Zeki Friars, first and foremost, will be the starting left back going forward. And already in the couple matches that he's played, a 7.6 average rating. You can't fault him for that. I know it's early, but if he can continue having this type of match experience, then I feel like he is going to be a major cog for the defensive line. And now getting into the matches proper, honestly, not that bad when you take a look at it as a whole. We have had 4 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss in the league. The second loss that you see in there was against West Brom in the Capital One Cup, where honestly, the score line doesn't indicate how badly West Brom dominated us throughout the match. In fact, we didn't score a single goal at all in this game. Clearly, we were never going to go very far in the Capital One Cup, so it's better to get that competition out of the way so we don't have to worry about it and stay fully fit for the competitions that really matter. And as I already said, we have won 4 times, drawing 2 and only losing 1. Following up that Stockport match, we came away with a 1-0 victory against Rochdale. Andy Beasley picking up a goal here late in the second half, but it secured us the 3 points to help continue on our way. But then we followed that up with a 1-0 loss at home to Charlton. They got the goal early in the 5th minute. I just felt like we just kept pushing and pushing. We were on the doorstep to try and find an equalizer, but it just never came, and ultimately we dropped points against Charlton. But then we followed that up with Jack Steele being a hero here, getting 2 goals in the first half to nullify Barrow's early goal in the first half as well to win 2-1 and pick up another 3 points. Against Barrow, Jack Steele was the hero here as he scored twice within 4 minutes to nullify Barrow's early goal to come away with a 2-1 victory here and getting 3 points, and that's what led to our current 5-game unbeaten streak. We followed that up with MK Dons and beating them very soundly by the score of 3-1. Lester, Amena, and Lynch all getting on the score sheet. Against Preston, very shaky, but we came away with a 1-0 victory here. Jack Steele, once again, the winger, getting in on the action with the only goal here. But then we did hit a little bit of a stumbling block against Hartlepool. Hartlepool are in last place and only coming away with a draw, and a 0-0 draw at that unfortunately did not help our cause. Jack Steele getting sent off automatically with a straight red, no warning whatever. He just got sent off for a horrible tackle, and we had to play the rest of the match with 10 men. 80 minutes with 10 men, and surprisingly against the last place team, nothing. Probably could have done better than that, in my honest opinion. And then in the very next match, Fleetwood coming away with a 2-2 draw. I feel like it was a little lucky since Sam Kelly needed to get the equalizer just 4 minutes from time. It was great that Matt Lynch started us off nice, but then Fleetwood getting a penalty just after Matt Lynch and then scoring one more in the first half, and we had to play on the back foot through the majority of the match. we were very fortunate to come away with a point here. So where exactly does that put us on the table? Well, just outside of the playoff spots. As you can see, we're in 7th place with 14 points through 8 matches. Now, nobody really has broken away at this point in time to claim themselves as, you know, automatic promotion. I know Yovo and Crawley are sitting up there at the top, but I feel like everyone else, it's a free-for-all at this point in time, and after only having played 8 matches, there's still a lot of season left to go to shape up the season, to shape up the table. Honestly, I want to try and get into the playoffs this season and see where we go from there. That's the ultimate goal. It was nice to get mid-table at the end of last season. My goal is to try and get playoffs this season. This is what the starting lineup is going to be for today. It's the 4-4-2 as we have used before. We're going to have Jack Bonham in net, Marsh Brown, Rowley, Angel, and Friars along the back line, Amena with Stanley, Gallagher, and Sam Kelly along the middle, and the 2 up front, Matthew Lynch and Ollie Bassett. But anyway, as for this match, let's just kick off and see what happens. Ollie Bassett taking a shot. What a save from the goalkeeper from Oxford. Surprising that Ollie Bassett would take a shot from 25 yards out, but had to force the keeper into making a decision. We've honestly not been doing that badly today, but within the last few minutes, Oxford have been doing so much better and the ball goes over the crossbar. Very, very lucky there. 2 minutes to go now. Win Stanley out to Marsh Brown. If we can just find a cross into the box, into one of our 2 strikers, we could do well here. Ollie Bassett takes a shot. Ollie Bassett is doing very well to make the keeper work. Ollie Bassett has not had the best of games. I know he's been trying to take some long shots, but really that's not exactly what I wanted to see out of him. So Ollie Bassett is going to be coming off for Andy Beasley, and Andy Beasley has been doing well this past season. Hopefully he can turn that deep line forward role around and get himself a goal today and be the difference that we need. Just a minute into this half and we have ourselves the ball in an attacking position. Gallagher out to Win Stanley, to Marsh Brown. We're just playing really slow football right now. It's not something that I would really want to see at this point in time. But we're doing very well with the ball to hold on to possession. Lynch takes a shot. Seal has to make a save once again. We're doing well to rattle the keeper. Ball over the top, and defensively we just could not pick that out. Oh, Bonham with a save. Bonzo having to work for this one. Oxford have not had many shots on target. Ball inside to Win Stanley, taking a shot to Seal, to Jean Amena. Jean Amena picking up the rebound. Was he onside, ref? He was. It's 1-0 to Sheffield. Keep it going, boys. After 17 shots with 12 of them being on target, we finally get the breakthrough we needed. That was a really long shot. Great save by Seal, but the ball falls directly to Amena, and he puts us into the lead with his 3rd goal of the season. 30 seconds to go, and Oxford are going to try with one final push. Burrows comes inside, takes a shot. It's deflected, but Bonham there with the save. It probably would have gone out had he not made that save, so he did well to prevent a corner kick. But like I said, Oxford United doing very well to try and get the ball forward. They really need to hurry, and it's just not happening. And there it is, full time. It wasn't pretty, and it wasn't very efficient, but we come away winners here by the final score of 1-0, 23 shots, 14 on target, and only 1 goal. It's a win is a win, but at the same time, I'm not happy with anybody's performance because we should have done better with all those chances that we have made. So it's nice to see them fired up, but for next time, hopefully, we can put together some sort of better clinical finishing and put more than 1 goal past them when we have that many shots. So let's see if we can do that against Crawley Town coming up next. Alright guys, game 2 for this live comm, and my worst fears have been realized. Number 1, I could not recall Jason Collins. And number 2, almost exactly after I tried to recall Jason Collins, one of my center backs got himself injured. Liam Angel has picked himself up a chest injury, and he's going to be out for the next 3 to 4 weeks. That just means I have 2 proper center backs on this roster right now, being Kyle Rowley and Jeremy Arthur. Of course, Noah Bala can play there. Dusab can play there. Maguire can play there, but that's not their primary position. So we're going to have to roll with Rowley and Arthur in the center back role today. The rest of the lineup is as follows. Bonham, Marsh Brown, Friars, of course. Amena, Bassett, Lester, and Kelly along the middle. Anthony Steer and Stuart Rennie, a not often used strike force as of late. We're going to see if this pairing can work, can gel, and hopefully bang in some goals against Crawley Town, who are currently still sitting in 2nd place. So let's kick off and see what happens. 16 minutes on now, we have the ball, and we're in a fairly deep position within Crawley Town's area, but we need to go deeper. We need to go Inception style. Rennie through to Steer, takes a shot, but it's over the crossbar. Not bad movement, but the finishing needs to be better. Corner kick for Crawley, 22 minutes on, and they beat us off of a set piece. They obviously could not do it in open play, so they have to get it off of a set piece corner kick, and it's 1-0 to Crawley Town. Funnily enough, that was the first shot on target for both sides. We really have not been hitting the nets or even shooting on nets until right now. Crawley Town up. Halftime, and we can't say much of anything on our side. Once again, it's Anthony Steer not really making a name for himself, not doing anything to get himself on the score sheet, to make himself visible. It's a 6-3 at the half, and to be quite honest with you, I'm tempted at subbing him off. And you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm subbing him off. Matthew Lynch is going to come in and take the place of Anthony Steer. I've really had enough with seeing Anthony Steer underperform this season. And I'm really thinking about trying to get rid of him in the winter window. I'm sure somebody's going to want him, but there's no reason for me to have him anymore at this club if he's going to perform this badly. So let's hope that with the addition of Matthew Lynch, we can turn this around and get a goal to get right back into this. We just can't do anything to keep this ball. Nice tackle from Alfie Lester. Sam Kelly, what can we do with it? We just still can't do anything with it. We're trying to long ball it, and it's just not working. I've tried short balling it, and it doesn't work. Against a team like Crawley Town, there just doesn't seem to be anything that is working at this moment. However, Jean Amena into Rennie, and he's just offside. That would have been a great equalizer. Since the second half, there really has not been much of anything from our side to really get back into this match. But now it's a ball over the top for Crawley Town. McFarland takes a shot. He pings it off the crossbar. Well, that was wholly uneventful and extremely uninspiring. It's a loss to Crawley Town. You could say it was expected since they were second place. They are looking to be one of the teams to beat this season, and we just couldn't do it. We lose 1-0 to them. Don't look back, we were really unlucky because we just ran into a buzzsaw. Crawley being a buzzsaw. And even though we beat Oxford earlier, with this loss to Crawley, that pushes us down into 8th place right now. So, still not bad. We're still in the top half, but things could be better. And hopefully, they can be better with the run of form that we're going to be coming across. So let's take a look at the schedule. The next 4 matches, if you take a look at the teams strictly by position, it should work out well for us. Notts County, Swindon, Oldham, and Middlesbrough all sit in the lower half of the league table right now. So you'd figure that we should come away with something. I want to say we'd try for 2 wins, 2 draws out of those 4 matches. I think that's reasonable. Of course, when we have Middlesbrough in the John Stones Paint Trophy, we already know the situation with them. Maybe we can try and continue on in the John Stones Paint Trophy. Who knows? But we'll come to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We also have Yeovil and Wickham following that 5-match run. Yeovil and Wickham sitting in the top 3 right now. Yeovil at the top, Wickham in 3rd. We then have an FA Cup match. We don't know who we're facing in that, so that could be anything at this point in time. But then I feel like we should be coming back versus Bristol City and Carlisle. A good mix of hard and soft. Bristol looking better than Carlisle, but anything can happen, of course, in football. And I feel like that's a good run of matches leading up to it to see how far we have come this season. So next episode, it's going to be the double live comm of Bristol City and Carlisle. So until that time, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. Of course, if you like what you saw, go and smash that like button. Lets me know that you're still interested in the series. And if you're new to the series and the channel in general, go and hit that subscribe button. Any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else at all, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.